Top talent isn't browsing job boards. They're scanning for one thing, and it's impact. They want ownership. They want clarity. And if your job post reads like a corporate task list, you're invisible to the exact people who could take your business to the next level. Here's the reality. Top performers don't want just jobs. They want missions. They're not going to be swayed by some sort of remote perks or random benefits. What they're actually asking when they look at a job description or task list is, does this role matter? Will I own outcomes? Will I actually move the needle forward? Do I actually make an impact? Right? In most job descriptions, they're written just like a middle manager went to ChatGPT, fed some buzzwords to it, and made a bulleted task list. We're going to do the opposite so we can actually attract the top 1% of talent across the globe. We write pre-framed roles that have clear and bold outcomes that will attract A players. And here's how. The main thing that you want to do when you're writing a job description or job ad for LinkedIn, Upwork, Fiverr, wherever you're placing this job ad, is you want to come with the mindset of, I need to filter for the right candidates, the people who are mission aligned, and I need to repel the wrong types of people. There's no good in attracting 1,000 plus candidates if 997 of them aren't your right fit, right? You're going to spend so much time filtering through all these different people, wasting that time just to find the actual 3 that might be good enough for an interview. That's a broken strategy. Basically, if we set up the job description, the job ad in the correct way, we're going to repel the C players and repel the people that we don't want to apply. So I'll show you the wrong way first. This is pretty common. I actually just went to LinkedIn Jobs and took a random job ad because they all really looked like this. Just the second one I clicked on, and I took a screenshot of it. I spared the company from being put on blast with this. But this is obviously ChatGPT, right? Bullets, responsibilities, bold. It's all kind of the same aspect. If you go to ChatGPT and you say, hey, write me a job description for an executive assistant who's going to help me with some event and venue logistics and travel coordination, and customer and partner inquiries, it's going to spit out this, right? If you're scanning through this, because there's hundreds and thousands of different jobs on LinkedIn Jobs or whatever platform that you're utilizing, you look through this and you're like, okay, well, this looks like all the other ones I've seen. It doesn't actually say much, right? Perform weekly maintenance tasks. Okay, like what does that even mean, right? That's just kind of a filler word. And there's just hundreds of these, right? So instead of doing it like this and having your application or having your job ad be lost in the sea of clones here with these, you need to write it in a different way, right? The first step is listing the outcomes instead of the duties, right? So instead of saying, hey, you're going to manage the CRM and the email campaigns, instead, you're going to say in 90 days, you'll have rebuilt our entire email automation to drive 20% more lead to call conversions. Someone who has these skills to drive 20% more lead to call conversions from email automations is not going to read manage CRM and email campaigns, right? They're not going to be attracted to that. They're going to be attracted to an actual outcome that they can pull the lever on and they can actually put input into. The second thing is you need to use ownership language, right? There's multiple different teams inside of different companies, depending on the size of the company, right? Let's say you're working with the marketing company. Assist the marketing team. Okay. That's pretty open-ended. Instead, you'll own paid campaigns end to end. You'll lead testing and you'll drive performance. That tells you what that person's actually owning. What's actually their responsibility? Because it's a lot more than just assisting the marketing team. The third thing that you need to keep in mind when you're writing these job ads is, why does this role matter? Right? People want impact. They don't want to just show up to work, do the same thing every day, collect a paycheck and move on. Some people want to do that. They're B and they're C players, but you only need A players to be able to grow your business to that next level. Instead of supporting content marketing, you won't just create content. You'll shape the narrative that positions our company as a category leader. Right? If you have the skills to do that, you're going to be a lot more attracted to the second thing instead of just, hey, I'm going to support the content marketing. And the last thing is, this acts as a filter, right? We're looking for a team player who wears many hats. Well, that's pretty generic. Instead, we're looking for someone who's been hands-on, made real progress, and knows the difference between theory and execution. Sounds like an A player, right? And so, although this isn't a super long video and it doesn't have a bunch of long points and complex explanations. There's a big difference between writing a bunch of bullets in ChatGPT, posting on a job ad site, and hoping and praying that the right people come in, and actually taking the time to go through each of the responsibilities, map out the outcome, see how you can use ownership language, and see how you can explain why that role matters to the overall well-being of the company, and position the role as a filter against people who aren't the right fit for your company. You'll get fewer applications for sure writing it this way, but you'll get more of the right ones. And it doesn't help you to attract thousands of people if you have to spend all day over the weekend just filtering through a bunch of applicants and hitting reject, right? You want to write this in the proper way. Now, if you're looking to grow your business with global remote talent and you only want the top 1%, the best of the best, I encourage you to check out Zabota.io, Zabota.io. That's where we can help you headhunt the best fit for your company. We hire from 20 plus different countries. We've done this for 150 plus clients, hundreds of hires in the agency niche, in the IT niche, in large personal brands. If you're thinking of a role, we've probably staffed it. So go check out what we have over there. I'm more than happy to help you.